Basic education is a fundamental right to the children of Kenya, and it is it is a right that is enshrined in the Constitution of Kenya, and so it should be something that is easily accessible to the sons and daughters of this country. You asked the question as to the affordability of education, and I can tell you that the cost of education has exponentially gone up, and it is a worrying trend. It is a worrying trend, and I think most of Kenyans who feel like they can afford some decent education for their sons and daughters,
yes,
do not actually prefer to take their sons and daughters to public schools. And so the private sector has also come in to capitalize on this need by parents to give their children a decent education, to give a premium to this service that then they are giving to Kenyans. So as to the question of the affordability of education in this country,
yes,
I would want to state very categorically that it's really gone up, and I shudder to imagine Mama Mboga or mtu wa boda boda who then would want to have decent education for their kids, and they have to take their kids to private schools. There is, of course, we have very good public schools, but then the numbers are overwhelming. If you look at the policies that government put in from the year 2002, when Kibaki took, the former President Kibaki put in mechanisms to ensure that we had all children access basic education, then we've had the numbers go up quite high.
Yes.
The question that we ask ourselves, and the questions that we should be asking ourselves as Kenyans, is whether we have infrastructure that matches the number of the children that are attending school.
Yes.
Because my brother here talked about the issues of 100% transition. And back in the days when we had, like in the year 2002, when we had the free primary education, where it was a government policy that every child must attend school.
Yes.
Right? So if we are coming up with a policy where we are saying that every child must attend school, do we have attendant policies that also speak to the increased number of children who are attending school? Do we have equal infrastructure that is put in place? Do we have teachers? Do we have and so on and so forth? And the answer to those questions is actually an absolute no.
Yes.
And that is why you are seeing the private sector in the private sector is capitalizing on the decreased number of teachers, of
yes,
infrastructure and so on and so forth, to ensure that then they can fill in that gap. And it is a market. It is a free market. If the demand is high, like it is in the education sector right now,
yes,
definitely it comes at a premium. And it is that premium that they do, that the private education sector is now capitalizing on. And education in this country is not cheap by
okay,
by any feat.